First proper walkthrough video. There are only 2 available for sale and the designers really haven't been afraid of losing space. Let's check out this Sky Lounge. There are some genuinely innovative features at play here as well, which I'm going to show you in a moment. I'm not about saving the best for last. Sometimes people ask me which yacht builder is the best in the world, and unfortunately I don't have an answer for that because it simply depends on what you're looking for. But if you want to know which yacht builder is the most successful in terms of the number of yachts built, the answer is the joint forces of Azimut and Benetti, the biggest deliverer of yachts over 78 foot for more than a quarter of a century. In 2023 alone, Azimut delivered 37 yachts. And I'm standing on board one of these 2023 models right now. This is Motor Yacht H, part of Azimut's Grande 36M series, and this is the kind of boat that I just love because as well as having very sexy and very sharp exterior lines, you're also looking at a beautifully configured interior that does a really good job at merging indoor and outdoor. There are some genuinely innovative features at play here as well, which I'm going to show you in a moment. Now, this model debuted in 2022. There are currently 13 either in production or on the water. There are only 2 available for sale publicly on the second-hand market, and H is the newer of the 2. So, let's go take a look around and see what you get for your money on board H. So I know you're curious about the numbers now. H measures 35.3 metres or about 116 foot. Beam is 7.5 metres or 25 foot. Draft is 1.9 metres or 6.3 foot. And she has a gross tonnage just shy of 300 at 279 gross tonnes. H is built entirely in GRP, and under the hood she is equipped with twin MTU engines which allow her to reach 22 knots at top speed, pared down to a cruising speed of about 18 knots. H is a semi-displacement tri-deck vessel. She is classified by the good people at Rayner, and as I mentioned, she was built by Azimut in Italy at their Via Reggio site. Interior design is by Achille Salvagni and Paula Herbert Studio. The yacht's exterior design is by Alberto Mancini, but if you know Alberto Mancini designs, this will probably have been clear to you from the moment you first saw the yacht, and if that's not clear to you, I'll explain why in a second. I should also mention that this yacht has a total of 5 guest cabins sleeping 10 guests, plus 4 crew cabins for 6 crew members. Now, I know David often likes to start his tours on the main deck, but I wanted to start up here on the upper deck because I think this is the star of the show and I'm not about saving the best for last. So I remember when this model was first revealed to journalists during the Cannes Yachting Festival a few years ago, and one of the features that was really novel was this semi-walk-around deck that connects the aft to the bow of the boat completely seamlessly with no steps whatsoever. I'm going to show you the bow in a moment, but first of all, let's check out this Sky Lounge. This is such a versatile use of space. You can see you could use this as a media room, the games room, simply a second salon, but what really sets it apart are these sliding glass windows. At the touch of a button, they disappear completely into little pockets in the superstructure, effectively creating a semi-alfresco living space. And it gets even better because you can see the bulwarks are quite low out here. You are basically creating a natural balcony without the faff of setting up a balcony. This is a feature that Azimut was marketing as the Infinity Sky Deck because of those far-reaching views that you get on both sides. The reason it's so lovely that the upper deck is all on one level like this is because just further forward you have this expansive seating area which you can have shaded or in the sun. And just forward of that you have an infinity edged pool. This is the Alberto Mancini signature that I mentioned earlier. Now I don't know about you, but for me, a little pool at the front of the boat is much more appealing than one at the back, where people are quite likely to be able to see you when the boat is in port. Having it at the front like this gives you privacy and creates a nice area where you can stretch out in the sun and then cool off with a dip in the pool. On this deck you'll also find the wheelhouse, which has a very sleek looking single pane window that keeps the yacht's streamlined look from the outside, but inside you can see you have great visibility with lots of big screens, and the equipment on this model is supplied by Simrad and Azimut Furuno Platinum. After the wheelhouse is a very generous seating area, which I imagine will be your primary dining area. It's quite a casual setup, and I do feel like this is a yacht that is catered more towards relaxed waterfront living. Here you can enjoy a little drink at the bar, followed by a long lazy lunch at the table, and then go and relax on one of the sun pads. So now I am on the main deck, and you can see there's a lovely cockpit seating area. You can have a coffee, admire the view. There's a secondary bar, and I can just imagine you greeting your guests here with a refreshing drink before heading inside to the gorgeous salon. One thing about Achille Salvagni that's very signature are all these organic, natural shapes. So rather than have a boat that feels very contemporary and cutting edge, this boat feels quite delicate and a bit more relaxed. You still have low-slung furniture, a formal dining area for 10, and enormous windows on both sides, but you can see there are lots of curves as opposed to sharp corners, and there's a harmony that's created by repeating those circular shapes. I particularly like the detail of the different materials on the floor. Forward of the main deck, past this gorgeous staircase with underlit treads, you'll find the head, and then a main deck master cabin. This is really one of my favourite parts of the boat. You can see it's light drenched, it's full beam, you've got this wonderful island bed in the middle here, and the designers really haven't been afraid of losing space by putting the bed in the middle and making a statement. And there's little details like that that really make this boat design go above and beyond. So coming into the lower deck now, where you'll find the remaining 4 cabins. They are configured as 3 doubles and 1 twin. All are of course en suite. You've got durable Italian marbles everywhere, these gorgeous soft, plush, fluffy carpets underfoot, and lots of natural light streaming in where possible. And if you want a little bit of perspective, these cabins are located forward of the engine room and toy locker and aft of the crew quarters. guest areas that I haven't mentioned to you yet are the swim platform and beach club and the sun deck. Now, the sun deck is a space that is dedicated to relaxing. There are no controls or joysticks up here. This is a place where you're supposed to feel comfortable, where you can soak up the views with a nice cappuccino in the morning or a lovely chilled glass of something in the evening. You can just imagine the sunset views from up here. We'll come down into the engine room now. So as I said, she is equipped with double MTU engines. She can carry a total of 19,000 litres of fuel on board, and this engine room is compact, but actually very nicely laid out and very well maintained for a 2-year-old boat. The captain tells me the engines have clocked up 600 hours, and the range is 1,400 nautical miles at 12 knots. The propulsion is shaft drive, and the yacht has CMC stabilers, both underway and 0 speed. As for the crew quarters, they are tucked neatly in the bow on the lower deck. You have a total of 4 crew cabins, including a dedicated captain's cabin and a fair-sized crew mess. The galley is found on the main deck, and it's a pretty good size for this yacht, with natural light that streams in and plenty of surface area for cooking and prepping. In terms of tender storage, you're looking at space for a Williams 505 jet tender that is stored in a garage at the aft of the boat, hidden behind the transom. Now, I know I'm a little bit biased because this is my personal taste when it comes to yachts, but I also just think, what's not to love? This boat's got generous volumes without looking bulky. It takes design cues from performance yachts, but there are some genuinely remarkable and interesting features on board, like the Sky Lounge and like the foredeck pool. I'd like to remind you about what I said at the top of this episode about Azimut being one of the biggest producers of yachts in the world. That means that, personal tastes aside, Azimuts are going to be good investments. They're generally easy to service, easy to maintain, and when the time comes, reasonably easy to sell, especially a lovely 2023 model like this one. If, like me, you are a fan of H, the person to get in touch with is not me, not David, but Northrop & Johnson's James Rayner, who is representing the owner of this yacht for sale. We will leave James's contact details on screen so you can get in touch with him directly to find out more about the lovely H. That is all from me. I hope you enjoyed my first proper walkthrough video. Don't forget to like and leave a comment. Feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.